basketball game with somebody like, oh yeah, hey chief, or whatever, like that's definitely all in, like that's different because it's like attitude and somebody's trying to like get under your skin, and you can either let them or be like, yeah, I'll be your chief, like you can. It's all in how you.
It's very interesting.
No, I definitely think it's all in context. It's the same conversation we had about the N word, or the word nigger. It's how many rap songs do you listen to and you always hear that word come up in lyrics, or you hear a black person call another black person who's their brother, hey, I've heard it so many times. And in fact, at my work, at Mustard Seed, we had an African American guy doing dishes for us, and he was a lot younger. He was right out of high school, but someone who was working was telling a story and said the N word, and she was a server, and of course she was not really paying attention, and she said it out of fun. She didn't say it to be derogatory or offensive. And the dishwasher went and told the manager that he was very offended about the fact that this white server said that, even though it was in a jokingly way. But then, 2 weeks after that happened, he was saying it to one of his friends who wasn't even African American, saying the N-word, and the girl that had said it had gone to the manager, and she said, why is it okay for him to say it, and why do I get in trouble for saying it? Okay, so I think that's definitely a controversy in itself. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah,
I guess I can't understand it. I don't understand it. Michael, do you have a question?
Doesn't the N-word mean black slave? Or something very bad in very old times?
Yes, it's a racial slur for a Negro person.
Oh, I thought I meant black slave because Negro means black person in Spanish.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I guess that's where it derived, where it came, where it started being used.
That's why I'm more.
The word Negro.
That's why I'm more comfortable saying Negro instead of the other word.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
It's Spanish.
Or Bucking American. It just depends.
It's not the butler, but there's another one, and like a black person says it and calls like one of their family members it, and like their mom gets really mad because they're like, that's white person's word and it has a lot of hate in it. Mm-hmm. And I believe that if they don't, you can't call yourselves that and be okay with it, but not be okay with it if somebody else is gonna call you that.
Right.
You can't put yourself down there and not be okay if somebody sees you down there. Like you can't put yourself in a hole and then be mad if somebody acknowledges you being in the hole.
Right. And I mean,
and it all boils down to the connotation, because when white people say it, it's just assumed that the connotation you're being disrespectful and mean. But if a black person says it or an African American says it, then the connotation is, especially if they're saying it to another African American, the connotation is not, I'm talking bad about you. So it's the meaning of the word, I think, and the meaning changes depending on who says it, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. And I speak from experience.
If they were really, I've been to Georgia and everything too. If they were really upset and thought the word meant so bad, I don't think they use it towards their own.
Well, but it doesn't mean something so bad when they say it.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's the meaning changes depending on who says it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best I can explain it.
And I think that's the best I've come to understand it too, because I've always have asked myself the same question. So anyways, we're gonna come back to the Redskins article because I want to share another story about having a conversation with my grandparents about this, which are 2-3 generations how would you describe it that way? Two generations from me, like grandparents
grandparents
would
for
be
sure,
that.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So my grandparents were born in the 40s, so they lived through. They didn't live through necessarily the heart of Jim Crow, but they lived through the era of the civil rights movement, where there was segregation before, and then it overcame segregation. So, let's start reading. Does anyone want to read out loud? If you don't want to, it's fine.